I'm Father Joseph Okoro, a black African originally from Nigeria. I was ordained a priest 3 years ago for the Diocese of Westminster, and currently I'm the assistant priest of Holyrood Church, Watford. Since arriving in the UK as an adult, my experience as a black person has been supported firstly by my African cultural heritage and the Catholic value system within which I was formed and grew up in. Father Anthony Seiler, the parish priest, and the parishioners of my local parish of St. Akenward at the time, and my active involvement in the parish gave me a sense of belonging to a community which I was losing out in when I first came to the UK over 10 years ago. And that support network I'm still keeping till today. The friendship of the members of this parish community and my active involvement in it spurred me to start thinking of discerning a call to the priesthood in the Diocese of Westminster. The support that I received from the vocations director, Father Richard Nesbitt at the time, and Cardinal Vincent's goodwill gesture in accepting and providing me with an opportunity to discern a call to the priesthood in the Diocese of Westminster meant that I was able to answer God's call to the priesthood. And in my years of priestly training, the parishes where I did my placements, and obviously in the last 3 years of working as a priest in Watford Parish, my experience so far has been a fulfilling one. All down to people of all races that I have encountered, very good friends that I have come across and that I have made, priests, parishioners, and not least my African cultural heritage in which I was formed in at first. How does my faith inform my experiences? My academic, cultural, and family upbringing before I came to the United Kingdom had the imprints of faith. Those imprints helped me to focus my attention to who or on who I wanted to become, and also informed my integration into the new society that I now live in here in the United Kingdom. Coming from a cradle Catholic background, my faith played a huge role in my decision makings arriving here in the UK, as well as the life choices that I make. What sort of advice would I give to younger generation for their future? I think I would like to say that even though I do sometimes think that there are more challenges today for young people or facing young people in the world of today, I believe they can still become who God wants them to be. They can grow up to becoming who God wants them to be. They can live up to their dreams. However, choosing the right values, the right circle of friends, investing time in their studies or their apprenticeship, and obviously developing a relationship with God is at the center of realizing that enviable future that they have. What would I like to see change in the British society and in the church? I would first of all want to start by mentioning that although I've spoken about the fulfilling experience that I've had, I do not, by any stretch of imagination, want to say that the same has been the experience of every other black person in the United Kingdom or elsewhere in the world. There have been colleagues, friends, people that I have known in these years who have suffered the pain and the dehumanization of racism just because of who they are. It is worth noting that when we fail to nourish and spread love, for which every human heart is made, we create a toxic monster, and we deviate from following the man Jesus, who is the perfect example for us on how to live and relate with others, regardless of their race or creed. And so I think we need to do more in celebrating the ingenuity of God in creating diversity in human nature, in the ways everyone is treated. That way, our human experience will continue to flourish more and more. And simply put, celebrating and harnessing our diversity is at the heart of creating a happy, tolerant society. Meaningful change. What does that mean in my perspective? In the light of what is going on at the moment, the COVID-19, the underlying issues behind the high susceptibility of being to COVID-19, the aftermath of the George Floyd killing while in police custody over there in the United States. A meaningful change should begin with everyone purging their minds of primordial thoughts about others, and to accept that we owe one another a sacred duty of being our brothers and sisters' keeper. More needs to be done to put more efficient structures in place that enhance each person's spiritual and physical flourishment. Now, how can this meaningful change be made? I would say, let love be genuine. Love with tenderness. Because we are the creation of love. And as Pope St. John Paul II puts it in his Redemptor Hominis, we cannot live as human beings without love, and life is senseless without love. And so, I think when lack of love and hatred takes flesh in human being, the product is a toxic monster. But of course, every human being has an innate goodness in them, and so we can grow beyond our primordial worldview about others. I can relate to this goodness in every human being and their goodwill coming or thinking of my own experiences coming here in the UK, whether it be in the church, in the society, or the friends that I have made. I have no doubt that when rhetoric is translated into concrete actions, we can do better at creating a society where every life not only matters, but is accorded equal dignity and opportunity, regardless of their race or creed.